What up, what up, what up? It is your boy, Big Clout, without a doubt, and I'm back here one more time again. And this is a very important edition of Keeping It Raw because I'm doing this because I need to set the record straight on something. And this is something that I think is very important in our community, which is accountability. And I need to be accountable about something. Now, I have had a currently held opinion on something that I've been very vocal about. And I've received new information today that definitely has an impact on my opinion. So I do want to play that information for you and share that information with you. Now, what is this information? This is a video recording in regards to what transpired between Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. They have a jail call with Tory talking to Kelsey. And I'm gonna play it, and we're all gonna listen to it, and then I'm gonna give my thoughts after it. But I've already heard it, so I know what. But I want to share this with y'all, and then I'm going to give my thoughts and be accountable, because I think that it's definitely very important that we do so. So without further ado, I will bring to you the main event. Shout out to whatever this YouTube channel is, Street TV, who first posted this.
Tory?
An inmate at LAPD jail. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. Press 1 to accept the call. To deny this call, thank you for using Telmate.
Hello?
Hey.
Y'all got out safe and everything?
Huh?
Y'all got out and everything y'all good?
Niggas still in the hospital. I'm outside the hospital.
Nigga already sound guilty, low
So
key.
Why what?
You said what?
You're listening to Street
I said
TV.
Megan's in the hospital still. I'm outside the hospital waiting.
What hospital are you at?
I don't know. Let me see. Cedar, something like that. Cedar.
Bro.
Sure.
Regardless, I know she probably never ever gonna talk to me ever again, but bruh, I just want you to know, bruh.
That's the first thing he said that was very concerning to me. She probably never gonna talk to me again. Sounds like an admission of guilt of some sort for doing something that someone wouldn't want to talk to you again for. But let's continue.
Nigga, I was just so fucking drunk, nigga. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro.
So the fuck what?
I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. Like that ass, nigga. I'd never do some shit like that, bro. Just that, nigga, I was so fucking drunk, nigga. I just didn't even understand what the fuck was going on, bro. Like, so whatever,
Yeah.
bro. But regardless, that's not gonna make anything right, and that's not gonna make my actions right, bro. But I'm just deeply sorry, bro. I never even moved like that, bro. Like, never moved like that at all, bro. Like, for real, dog.
I know. There's a lot that happens, but
A whole lot, bro. Like, a whole lot, bro. I feel crazy, bro. But in this day, like, what happened already, bro. I can't take it back, bro. I'm just telling y'all, I'm sorry, bro. Like,
You're listening to Street TV.
I think it was just too drunk, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
When I got to the house,
Sorry, I
I'm
was
sure
just
he
too
like
drunk.
all top niggas. They gave me like 5 shots, like off the door, like you feel me. So I was out of there, like.
Who cares, bro?
With niggas, like, you feel me? We was taking shots past that time.
See, to me, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's kind of getting me a little tight because he got like this apologetic voice on, but he don't really sound apologetic to me. He making excuses. I was drunk. Oh, I wouldn't do that, but you did. Whatever you're saying you wouldn't do, right? You did it. And then it's like you saying they gave you 5 shots out the gate. It's like, so they gave you 5 shots, or you took 5 shots. I mean, I don't know, but let's keep going.
I wasn't even there with niggas, like, bro. I don't even remember what we was even arguing about, bro. Like, feel me? Like,
Yeah, no, I didn't even, I was already fucked up by the time you got there, so I don't know how much.
it's like, but tell me what hospital she's in.
You're listening to Street TV.
I just told you. Cedar Medical.
Alright, you ain't got Corn's number, right? You ain't got my security number.
Juan, I do have his number.
Can you call this nigga Corn and tell this nigga, bruh, you get a chance, bro, just figure out what you gotta do to bail me out this shit.
Okay.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I'm sorry again, bro. Like,
I think honestly, I think we're gonna try to because obviously, like, the longer you're in there, the more hot it's gonna get. Because you know it's already on. Like, there's no names released yet, but the report is already out. You know.
but like,
So
out is what? What you mean out?
it's on some app. You know, Megan's team is on top of this. So,
Yeah, but like, niggas don't. There's no way that Megan's on like the thing.
what'd you say?
There's no way that Megan's like on the thing.
You're listening to Street TV.
No. So far, none of that is there. But I mean,
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be one of those. If anything, the only nigga that's gonna get this backlash is me. It's not gonna be her. But
yeah,
but nah,
I'll
I
let
feel you.
you know.
Alright, it is what it is. Regardless if I get out of here today or not, bro, I just wanna let y'all know, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I never did that shit if I wasn't that drunk, bro. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
You have 1 minute remaining for this call.
All right. So there's a lot to unpack with this, but when I hear this video, I mean, it sounds like an admission of guilt to me, if I'm being 1,000% honest. Now, I will not front. From the beginning, I did not believe that Tory shot Meg. I did not believe it. I was under the impression that I was not under belief, and mostly because of how the story came out, about the facts that Meg happened to lie about certain things. There seemed to be inconsistencies. There was the glass thing, then it's her getting shot. So for me, I was like, I don't know. It just seems convenient that all of a sudden Tory shot her. But with this piece of information that's come out, it's changed my perspective. And it sounds like he's admitting to something now. He's saying he doesn't know what they were fighting about, whatever the case is. But the reality is that, bro, like, this was recorded when he was in jail, originally. So my whole thing is like, bro, if you knew that you did this the whole time, why not just plead guilty and like just man up, plead guilty, and just be like, yo, like, I was drunk, I made a mistake, I wasn't aware of my actions, but I'm willing to take full accountability for those actions, and I'm willing to plead guilty and just accept what may come with that. You know, this has been a bone of contention between men and women for a long time, for the entire course of this trial, a year or 2 years, however long it's been. And, you know, I think it's really disrespectful for you to, Tory, I'm speaking of, to allow, especially his fans, or even not even fans, some of the men that and women who supported him because they identified and sympathized with the idea that a lot of times as black men we can be lied on, or we can be put in situations that are not of our doing, and end up getting the blame. So you have a ton of people who believed that you were innocent and supported you, and you allowed them to essentially make fools of themselves. And I think that's kind of even like that's just as bad as shooting Megan. I mean, you know, so personally, I have to take accountability for that because I definitely wanted to give the benefit of the doubt that a black man in a position like Tory's wouldn't embarrass the community in that way, wouldn't do something like that. The idea of what I know, the black, especially the black men that I associate myself with, that's just not how they behave. So the idea of him doing that to me is just like a foreign concept. Like there's no way that he could be doing something like that. Like that's impossible because why would he do that? Like he has his career that's going well. You know, he has women throwing themselves at him all the time. Like he has money, jewelry, cars, whatever, homes, I'm sure. Why would he risk that by shooting this young lady? And I was wrong. At least based off of the way it sounds here. Now, maybe someone could make the defense or the argument that this is him admitting to shooting the gun in the air, or getting into an argument, or starting a fight. But whatever the case, what it may be, you know, it sounds crazy to me if which I could be wrong because I feel like I might be wrong now. So I could even be wrong about my assessment of this information. But to me right now, it sounds like he's admitting to shooting her. And if that's the case, then I was wrong and I need to let that be known to the world. Now, I've made previous videos, one where I was talking about protecting black men and one where I talked about the mistakes that Tory made. Now, I want to double down on those now because they're more important. I think those messages, even though some of the details are different, I think those messages need to be doubled down on, which is Tory Lanez made huge mistakes. Um, you're a grown man. You need to be able to control your liquor. Plenty of black men have gotten in arguments, fights, shootings, accidents, uh, you know, violent situations and killed themselves, injured themselves because of not being able to control their alcohol. I get it. I'm not no saint. We all drink. We don't all drink, but I do partake. I'm not one of those YouTubers or people that try to act perfect like they don't drink. If you don't drink, that's okay. If you do drink, that's okay. No judgment on either side. But I do think that if you do drink, you have an extra responsibility to know your limits and be in control of that, because as we can see with this situation with Tory Lanez, this is a perfect example of what could happen. Even if Tory is not the kind of guy to do that, it doesn't matter anymore. Because whatever you did while you was drunk, that's what matters and that's what's going to define you. That's what's going to stay on your stamp. Imagine he didn't hit her. It wasn't a what do you call it? A fragment that hit her heel. Imagine it went straight through her foot, and that girl couldn't walk no more. Imagine it went through her leg and hit an artery, and she bled out and died. And that's a young artist or a young woman living out her dreams whose life would have been taken. So this is a serious matter, obviously. And keep in mind, I'm saying that not being a fan of Megan, I'm saying that not being a fan of her music, but the reality is that, like, bro, like, if this confession is what if this video is the confession that I believe it is, then it's like, yo, bro, like, you could have killed somebody. You could have killed not just one but two of those women because you can't control your alcohol, because you can't control how much of this liquid you drink, because you was in your feelings about something, had an argument. Like that's completely unacceptable. And as men, we got to hold ourselves accountable and hold other men accountable, hold each other accountable. That's not okay. Under any circumstances is that okay? Like one, why again, we've never been able to establish how this gun even got into the party. We don't know if it was his securities or his, who knows. But at the end of the day, what you need a gun for at a Kylie Jenner party? Two, like, bro, like that gun, if you got a gun, it should be to protect those women, not to shoot those women, bro. So I can't agree with any of that. Like, that's just completely left. That's a complete violation of, like, and it's like, who does that, bro? Like, you're a grown ass man. Like, control your liquor. You can't be shooting. And now that's one thing. Now the next thing, like as far as protecting black men it goes, it's like we need to protect our reputation. And Tory doing this is not protecting our reputation. Like, bro, this is just another reason for black women to not trust us. This is just another reason for black women to ignore our leadership. This is just another reason for police to shoot us. This is just another reason for old white ladies and Karens to clutch their purse when they walk past us. You got to think about how this looks from the outside world looking in. When they look in and they see us, they see a bunch of savages that are shooting their own women in the street because we can't control our liquor. I mean, and we're not just talking about like petty street people doing this. We're talking about black millionaires are doing this. Like black people who are making millions of dollars, wearing millions of dollars worth of jewelry, driving $1 million cars. They're doing this, and then it's getting to the point where it's just like, what example are we setting for our culture, for the young men that are coming up under us, for the young women coming up, for the children coming up, the young boys, for the young girls coming up? Like, what examples are we setting? Like, what community are we building moving forward? So, I don't know. I can't speak for anybody else. I know there's a lot of people out there that supported Tory, men and women. I know that there are people who are uh, even trying to make him get an appeal. They're like doing this. I don't know why the word's slipping from me. A Patreon or like a like a fundraiser or a petition. There we go. They're doing a petition to try to help him get his appeal. And I don't know, like it's now embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the idea of doing a petition to free someone who, from what it sounds like, just admitted to being entirely guilty. That is completely ridiculous and embarrassing to me. And and it's cool. I can accept the embarrassment. I mean, I know I wasn't a person who was doing the petitions, and I'm not necessarily a fan of Tory Lane's music. I just didn't necessarily believe that he did it, but it's cool. I'll take that on the chin. Like if I was wrong, I was wrong, and it is what it is. I'm not Superman. I don't know everything. All I have is my opinions and my thoughts, and that's all I can share with you. So moving forward in this, I think again, like I was saying before, I think it's very important that black men, we really got to take a look in the mirror and think about how we want to craft our brand and our image moving forward. We need reputation management because this type of behavior, this type of action is not good on our reputation. This is not going to help those coming up after Tory to get the same opportunities that Tory got, because it's going to seem as though he's ungrateful for those opportunities. It's going to seem as though we're ungrateful for those opportunities. So I'm definitely not going to condone a black man just randomly getting drunk, losing control of his emotions, and shooting a black woman. Like, I'm not going to condone that under any circumstances whatsoever. So it's wrong to me. And yeah, that's really all I can say about it. I really hope that anybody that this reaches, it really has an impact on them to really evaluate and think about the things that they're doing moving forward in their life. We cannot afford to follow in Tory's footsteps. I said it in my last video, and I'm gonna say it again. Watch who you drinking with. Watch how much you drinking. Don't play around guns. Watch your surroundings. Don't argue with people for no reason. You know what I mean? Don't fight with people. Treat everyone with respect. Talk to each other kindly, with respect. This is necessary for to fix our reputation. This is necessary for our survival. So once again, this has been another video by your boy Big Clout, and I'm here without a doubt to make the people scream and shout. Um, if you have an opinion or some feelings about what I said, please leave comments below. Like, subscribe. You can always also contact me directly on my website, which is cloutjones.com, where you can tune into some of my music, my merch, where you can may even find a shirt like this. If you don't see it on the website, message me and I can get you one. But yeah, it's been your boy Big Clout, and I'm out. Fuck you talking about. Let's go.